going on, everybody? If you don't know me, my name's Jax McCarthy. I'm a pre-med student athlete. It's super windy out today, so I hope you guys can hear me as I talk. But obviously, today is a weird, different type of video. I want to talk more about the fears I have kind of going down the medical school or the doctor route. And yeah, so we'll get into it. Like how we start every video, glory be to God and our Lord Jesus Christ. Hope you guys are having a great day. And yeah, so I'm just going to talk. I don't know if this is like a vlog style or what type of style this would be considered, but I'm just going to riff and see what's up. So I know a lot of you don't know me. I'm pretty new to the YouTube scene. Sorry again if it's windy. I don't really care. It's going to go up anyways. I'm about to take my MCAT. So I'm a junior in college. I'm 23 years old, junior in college, because I played junior hockey. And things are starting to become real for me. Idealistically, being a doctor's always been great. It's always been what I wanted to do. As I've kind of matured, I figured out that's what I wanted to do. And I still want to do that. Even with everything that I've known, like as I've kind of continued to go through things, like this is what I want to do. I'm very confident in that. But a lot of the extra stuff or a lot of the outside stuff are really starting to eat and take up some headspace, I think. And like the three biggest things right now are getting into med school. Once I get into med school, the debt, and just kind of like how life's going to play out from there. So like getting in, I'm about to take my MCAT. I'm about to take my MCAT, like I just mentioned, and I'm very confident that I'm a smart person. I can put two and two together. I feel confident in myself. I've always had good grades, but I've never really had to push myself mentally to see to accomplish a goal. I guess like as a hockey player, I've always had to lift, push myself physically, like on the ice, in the weight room, all of those things. I've really had to push myself physically, but never really mentally because school came easy to me. The work that I put in, it was hard work, but it wasn't anything extreme. And I know how hard studying for the MCAT is, for how much you have to retain, for like the duration of the test, and like how med school is in general, just kind of how hard it is. And I guess part of it is a confidence thing. It's like, I don't know if I can do it or if I have the physical software, hardware to do it. I'm sorry, I'm like blocking it, whatever. It's no one's going to watch this anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I think part of it is a confidence thing because there are some people that I've talked to or that I associate with, they're on the same path as me. And it's like, I talk to this person and I'm like, dude, you make me feel dumb. Like I feel like a really smart person until like we start talking and then I feel really dumb. And could it be like a posturing thing? Or maybe that's just like not my strong suit. And it's like in some of my classes, like I'm better in some classes than others. And that kind of lines up, but I'm kind of rambling on, so it doesn't really matter. But I think it just comes down to that part of confidence for the first part. It's like, all right, can I even get in? Am I built for this mentally? Like, can I retain everything that I need to retain? Can I learn at the pace that they need me to learn at? Because I'm not afraid of the hard work. I'm not afraid of anything. And I am confident in myself, but there's always that uncertainty of how things are going to shake out, you know? And I think it's good to be confident. Overconfidence is dangerous. Being cocky is horrible. And I think I'm just in that space of, all right, this is just hanging over my head. I wonder what's going to happen because I feel like it's completely normal for your mind to go down all the different avenues of how things can go, like all the different options. But then say I do get in. Where do I get in? Because now the money piece becomes a huge thing because I'm going to be $300,000 in debt because I'm going to have to take out loans. I don't have like a lot of any money to my name, really. Like my parents have supported me through everything throughout my entire life. My dad's a teacher. My mom is a residency coordinator down at the hospital, and like they do very well, but not well enough where I can say, "Hey, I need $300,000. I want you to pay for my medical school." They've given everything to my sister and and I will forever be in debt to them because they put their entire lives on hold for us. And the only reason I am where I am is because of them. And eventually I want to pay them back. I want to give them the money to do the things that they never got to do, or to give them their ultimate dreams, because at the end of the day they've sacrificed a lot for my sister and I. But that's related, but now I'm kind of going on a tangent. I don't have the money. So how I navigate all that, or how I'm going to pay it back, is going to take some headspace up, because eventually I do want to start a family. I do want to live a certain way. I want to do certain things. Like I want to open a bookstore. I want to start nonprofits where we're helping build education and medical access to marginalized communities and kind of all these different things. And I feel like money is a pretty common thing for people to be worried about at all ages. And obviously this fear is very different than the fear that many people have. It's like, oh, how am I going to pay for medical school after I borrow this money? Where other people are like, how am I going to get enough money to buy food today for my family? I have a family of X amount of people and I have to pay for them to eat. Like, how am I going to do that? So like, these are very, these are great problems to have. And I'm very fortunate for these to be my fears, you know, but at the end of the day, they are inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. But for me, that's what's on top of mind right now. That's what's taking up my headspace. And not for nothing, with how high the cost of living is, how high it is to buy a house, get basic groceries, $1 isn't what $1 used to be. Everything is just skyrocketing, especially like right now. I don't know how it is when you're watching this. And whatever the political reasons are, I'm not a political person. Doesn't matter to me. It's just the reality of the situation, or whatever might happen. It's just hard right now when you don't have a lot of money and you're going to have to borrow more and be in debt. Like it's tough and it's nerve wracking. It's just a hard thing to kind of have to swallow and stomach. And so that's another thing that's on the top of my head. And then the last thing is just kind of the whole time piece. Like I'm willing to put in all the time that is needed. I'm fine spending 4 years of medical school, spending however many years. Mapes! And I think the other thing that's on the top of my mind right now is kind of the whole time frame of things. You know, I'm 23, about to turn 24. I'm going to be a senior in college, and then probably have to take like at least a gap year to bolster my resume, just because, you know, I wanted to do more like clinical work, more volunteer work, but being a student athlete is hard because it eats up a lot of your time and you have a lot of responsibilities, like training and doing all those things in the off season. But show you guys maybe a little bit, but it's very hard to stomach. Like I'm going to be in debt, going through this process, trying to start a family, trying to have security for the people that I love, trying to give my parents back what they deserve, trying to help my sister, because I told her, you know what, I want to pay for your kids' college, because, you know, that's just what I want to do. I want to help the people around me and eventually, you know, grow and grow and grow so I can make a bunch of different things to help a wide array of people rather than just interpersonally as a doctor. But the time frame piece is going to stink. It's like, how do I do all of those things when I'm not really making a stable income? I'll have debt hanging over my head. Like, how do you manage that? How do you do that? And is it enough to deter me from doing this? No. It's just one of the sacrifices that you make in becoming a doctor, I guess. And like, it's more of an inconvenience, I guess, than anything, but these are things that you have to think about. And it's, I think it shows foresightness to think about things as a type A person. Kind of like I said before, you always want to know the different avenues and potential avenues that are out there, or what could potentially happen. But yeah, these are just some of the fears that I have. And if any of you, I'm just stuttering a lot. If any of you have gone through this, or have gone through the process, what did you do to kind of help mitigate some of that? What did you do to not feel so bogged down about all the extra stuff? Because I'm excited about potentially learning medicine, potentially helping so many people, potentially all the long nights in the hospital or reading the textbooks. Like, I'm fine with all that. I'm ready for all that. I'm excited for all of that. But it's all the other stuff, all the other baggage. Like, how do you deal with that? How do you navigate that? If anybody has any, I don't know, advice, comments, or anything, please like put it in the comment section, because I read every single comment. You know, I'm a small creator, so it's not like there's that many, but you know what I mean. Like, everything helps. Every little bit helps. So yeah, I mean, this is a weird video. I just kind of went through some of the fears that I have going through, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this didn't come out too bad, but yeah, thanks.